Bedbugs, unfortunately, are also companions. The Roman poet Martial even complains about them in his writings. These tiny nocturnal pests thrive in crevices of wooden frames and woven cords. You may not see them, but you feel the faint itch of a bite on your forearm. Scholars still argue how widespread infestations were in ancient urban centers. But given dense living conditions and organic bedding materials, it's reasonable to assume they were common. You scratch lazily and try not to think about it. Above you, the ceiling beams creak as someone moves upstairs. Insulae, Roman apartment buildings, can be unstable and noisy. Sleep is rarely uninterrupted. You close your eyes again, imagining what true silence might feel like. Yet even in this bustle, your body finds a way to rest. Humans are adaptable. The firmness of the bed no longer shocks you. The lack of AC doesn't seem strange because the concept doesn't exist. On hotter nights, you might sleep without covers entirely, letting air circulate freely over your skin. In extreme heat, people sometimes move sleeping mats to rooftops for cooler air. The city skyline under starlight becomes your bedroom ceiling. There's a strange intimacy in communal sleeping. You hear breathing patterns. You sense movement. It creates a shared rhythm. Comfort is not softness, it's familiarity. The mattress shifts again as you turn onto your back. The rope base presses subtly upward. Your spine adjusts. Muscles relax gradually despite imperfections. You realize something as you lie there. This bed, creaky and uneven, represents progress. You are elevated from the ground. You are shielded from direct dampness. There is structure beneath you. And yet, by modern standards, you would call this primitive. You exhale slowly, listening to the distant murmur of Roman streets coming alive. The sun climbs higher. Another night survived, not in plush comfort, but in something that passes, for this era, as a bed. And soon enough, you'll find out just how much rougher things become when castles replace stone apartments. You blink, and the marble columns of Rome dissolve into rough-hewn beams and damp stone walls. The air grows colder, thicker. You are no longer in a tidy urban dwelling but inside a medieval structure, perhaps a peasant's cottage, perhaps the echoing hall of a drafty castle. Either way, comfort takes a noticeable step backward. You lie on a mattress stuffed with straw, not neatly packed wool, not fragrant rose petals, just straw, dry, brittle, and faintly prickly. It rustles loudly whenever you move. The ticking, the outer fabric sac that contains it, is coarse linen. Over time, sharp ends poke through. The mainstream historical fact here is simple. Throughout much of medieval Europe, mattresses, if people had them, were typically filled with straw or chaff. Wealthier households might use feather beds, but the majority of the population relied on what was abundant and cheap.